What's up, guys? It's your boy Zowoki back with another Nicole Kessinger video. And I'm making this video because I still can't believe that there are people that are defending this girl. They're saying, leave her alone. She's a victim. She's the victim? Not the other four that died because of her actions wanting to be with a married man? And she's the victim? If her name gets slandered, it looks bad for her. She's the one that put herself in that predicament by hunting Chris Watts, by Googling Shanann Watts, by Googling how to have the A word sex, how she's looking at wedding dresses for 2 hours, having a phone call for 111 minutes before the night of your boyfriend's that's married, by the way, before the murders take place, and you don't want your name slandered. This is what pisses me off about this woman, is she is playing the victim card when she's actually the villain. And the best way to look at this is looking at Christina Randall's YouTube video, Nicole Kessinger, victim or villain. I can tell you right now with a certainty, circling that villain is going to be the big part. Her thoughts, I would like to see what her thoughts are, because my thoughts right now is this woman, I've said it on how many different videos I've been posting, that Nicole Kessinger needs to be reopened, investigated, put the little things on her finger for the lie detector test. She didn't even have that. In another investigation with Chris Watts, he stated, please do not look into Nicole. She has nothing to do with this. I don't want her life ruined. Why would you want that if you are not hiding something for your mistress, so that if you have her in prison too, how are you going to communicate with the outside world? How are you going to get money onto your books? How are you going to be able to survive in prison? Oh, wait, but you have found Jesus and now you think you need to be released. You should have found Jesus before with your wife and made things up. There's another quote that I saw in a comment, which it made tons of sense. She stated, I wanted him to work it out with her so much. Said no mistress ever. Why would a mistress, this was quoted by somebody on Christine's page, which totally makes sense. She's literally saying, oh, I wanted Chris to make it out or work better with Shanann. Shanann was a great mother, and she wanted to have Chris's firstborn son, but Shanann had a firstborn or unborn son named Nico that was inside her belly. He just didn't want another child. He wanted to keep Bella and Cece. He was not falling in love anymore, or he was falling out of love with Shanann because of Nicole Kessinger. Nicole Kessinger did this to herself, and I have no sympathy for this woman whatsoever, and we're going to see what Christina Randall has to say. But before we go any further, what I want you guys to do, if you guys could do me a favor, and thousands of you guys are doing it thus far, I can't believe how far we've come, and it's all because of you guys. Make sure you guys are subscribed by hitting that white bar icon down at the bottom right. Hit the bell icon next to it so I do post videos like this one. You'll get that little ring notification that I posted this video. You guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, thank you so very much. And I want to make a disclaimer. I say this on every video because this video is for educational and investigation theory purposes. It is no need or nowhere for any disrespect towards Shanann and Chris, or Shanann, Bella, and Cece, and baby Nico. I want justice for those that were murdered. And Chris is not the only one that was involved. It was also Nicole Kessinger. Why else? Because her phone pinged the morning of the murders. She was shown on CCTV that she was there as well, coming through the back door of the home. Things just don't add up. She stated to Chris that you should pawn off your ring. And then there's a lot of people that want me to get into the interrogation where her father was present, which I'm kind of weary on, but with him being a Freemason and things, and he was actually snipping and shutting out the interrogator, things are going to get hot and heavy when we take a look at that video. But let's take a look at Christina Randall's YouTube channel. Check out the link in the description for hers. I love the way she presents things. I love the way that she's very thorough, and we're going to take a look at her video. So let's take a look.
Deleted all your text messages, you were definitely hiding something.
It's me.
Her laugh and her voice right there sounds very sinister and weird.
Before we get into today's video, though, I do want to let you guys know that this video is for entertainment purposes only. This is all my opinion.
And
Please
mine.
remember to be kind to everybody everywhere, in your everyday life, in your home, in the grocery store, and especially in the comment section down below. Please do not show hate to anybody, anywhere.
Listen to what she just said.
Good morning, my lovelies, my beauties, my friends. My name is Christina, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope that you will subscribe, stick around, take a chance on hearing some things that I have to say. And if you are a returning subscriber, y'all already know. Y'all are my babies. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. So I hope everybody had a great weekend. What did y'all do? Did you go trick-or-treating? Did you not go trick-or-treating? Did you get candy, give candy? Did you stay home? Did you trunk or treat? Let me know in the comment section down below. So you guys have asked a lot for me to talk about my opinions on.
And that's why I'm making this video, because everybody wants more of this content. So I'm giving you guys the view, or the wants for the views and so forth, because you guys enjoy it and you want vengeance on this woman too. Continue.
Nicole Kessinger. If you guys don't know who Nicole Kessinger is the mistress of Chris Watts.
This is the motive, okay? He just wanted a piece of ASS.
You guys all know Chris Watts. I will leave all of my Chris Watts videos linked down below. I have talked about him many times, but very briefly, although I know you guys and everybody else knows, Chris Watts is the man who murdered his whole entire family.
Look at that beautiful
In this
family.
video, I'm going to talk about some things that are like key points in my personal opinion, things about Nicole and the whole situation that really stood out to me. And then at the end, I'm going to give you guys my full opinion on what all I think she was involved in. Do I think she was involved in the murders of Shanann and the kids? Or what do I think? But if you guys don't already know me, hi, my name is Christina. I do have a second channel, which is Casually Christina. I do things more casually over there, vlogs, stuff like that. I also have a Patreon. My Patreon is for 18 and up. Over there we go live. We do more personal story times. It is a good time if you're 18 and up and you'd like to join. We also have a podcast and I have an Instagram, and all of those are always linked down in the description box if you would like to come and check me out. So Nicole Kessinger, victim or villain? I want you guys to let me know down below how you feel and what you think about Nicole Kessinger.
Please tell me down below what you guys
is
think.
actually 32 years old now. She was
I'm going to be shocked if anybody says victim. Just throwing that out there.
30 back when all of this stuff happened. She has no kids. She is a college graduate, and she is a geologist, or was a geologist. We don't know what she is now. She may not. She ain't even Nicole Kessinger anymore now, but this is who she was back then. Now you guys know Nicole or Nikki worked with Chris. She alleged that she did not know Chris was married when she started messing with him, dating him, or whatever. Nicole said that she met Chris at work, and in 2018, Nicole said that she met Chris at work. She saw him. She thought he was handsome. And around June, July 2018, they started talking and then started like going on dates. There is like interviews or interrogations. I would not call them interrogations with Nicole. I would call them more of like a friendship interview with an investigator. There's plenty of them you guys can go and watch. In my personal opinion, the investigators really dropped the ball with Nicole. I really don't understand how it happened. Okay, now if you guys watch the investigations or the interrogations or the conversations with Nicole, the CBI member was very, very patient with her, almost had like a friendship basis. Now I know that that is a tactic as well, but there was, you know, it was
And just throwing this out there, I know I'm pausing it. I'm sorry. You guys probably want to listen to her rather than me, but normally in an interrogation, don't they have two officers in there? So it's not judgmental, or one is watching the camera, or watching under the other piece of glass while the other one is in there, because I only saw one person. Yeah, the camera's rolling, but that's very odd. I just feel like there should be two interrogators, a male and a female, or a female and a male, whatever have you, because like she says, it was too laid back. He was tiptoeing the questions. She was on her phone. This should have been taken way before her being able to transfer data and sort of like that, because of their deletion of messages. They were sending inappropriate texts in a calculator pretend app. So that's how they were sending things back and forth and saving them. She was also talking to Chris through Skype and Snapchat, where those were not even looked at. Snapchat you can't, because they get auto deleted and sort of like that. It was actually, Snapchat was made for cheaters, hence the affair. But through Skype, they didn't even check, and they didn't check all the messaging type apps, which is ridiculous, because there was stuff in there that came up to be. Yeah, it's a joke for the interrogation.
He led the conversations most of the time. I don't really understand why that happened. I know for me being interrogated, it was a totally different ball game. But
interrogated?
Yeah, nevertheless, I feel like they dropped the ball with Nicole, but let's keep moving. Now, I'm doing this video assuming all of you guys know the whole entire situation. You guys don't need me to do a whole nother video. There's many of them out there. But so let's talk about Nicole. So Nicole said that she did not know that Chris was married. In the discovery, it showed that Nicole actually Google searched for Shanann and Chris like a year or long before her and Chris started talking. Now, it has come out since then that was a typo. I don't believe it was a typo. If it was a typo, then okay, that's fine. But for Nicole to say that she did not know that they were married, I believe that she saw him, she thought he was cute, she probably went looking him up on social media. Y'all know how we are. Come on. You know how we are. Men, women, everybody does it. You go straight to Facebook and look and see if you can find out something about somebody. I think she went and found out that he was married. I think she saw Shanann. I think she saw this beautiful life that they had. She started envisioning herself in that life. This is just my personal opinion, you guys.
I agree with this woman.
I think she would see him. They probably would flirt, because we all know Nicole was a huge flirt. And if you don't believe me, go watch the interrogation videos or listen to them. She's flirting with the investigator. Totally inappropriate. Now, if you guys listen to the interrogation or the interviews with Nicole, she really made it so nonchalant about her and Chris, saying like, oh, they'd only been dating for 6 weeks, and she was so innocent. She just did not know, she thought they were getting a divorce, and she was trying to help him, and oh, it was only 6 weeks. It wasn't a big deal. But yet 9 days before the murders, Nicole spent 2 hours Googling wedding dresses. 2 hours. Okay. Some of y'all, that may be y'all's thing, but I know for me, even as somebody that's been married, I didn't even spend 2 hours Googling wedding dresses, and I was actually engaged and getting married. Like, I don't understand it. I really believe she had her in her mind she was going to be Shanann. In July of that year, she started Googling, the man that I'm having an affair with says he's going to leave his wife, or something to that sorts. If she did not know he was really married, if she thought that they were separated already and all of this stuff, why would she be Googling that? I mean, I don't need to tell you guys. You guys know that. That's just facts, like, girl. And even the whole thing of an affair. If he's getting a divorce, you're not having an affair, right? Like, she knew what she was doing. On August 8th, she Googled marrying your mistress. Why would she label herself a mistress if she was not dating, a man that was with his wife and kids? There is no way, you guys, that I believe that she did not know the status of their relationship, with how open Shanann's life was on Facebook. You could basically see everything down to, the pregnancy reveal.
Shanann posted everything, okay? She posted how much she was in love with her husband, how before the murders. And then she even posted on there, she's like, I feel like I'm losing my Chris. I want him back. I love him. I miss seeing him on top. She was very detailed in all her social medias, including with her job and selling her products. And she literally said that, my dearest Chris, I love him. He's the best father. He's that. And you're telling me Nicole Kessinger didn't know that they were getting a divorce, or she knew that they were getting a divorce? There was nothing about a divorce. They didn't file for divorce. She Googled them before. She Googled all this stuff. I feel like she loved being the mistress and having the adrenaline of being in this menage a trois affair, that she was like, I'm going to like hold my beer. I'm going to go after this man and ruin her life. And I'm going to squeeze into that spot. And she didn't want the other kids because she wanted to start a family with Chris to hold his son first. So she wanted everything gone, and that's why she implemented that on that 111-minute call. She's pretty much like, I want to see how much he loves me. You do this or we're done. You don't kill them. You don't murder. You don't do any of that stuff. We're not going to be together. We can't have the life that you want. I guarantee that's what that phone call was, is if you don't do this, we're done. And he literally snapped that morning, and then she came up and helped with finishing off possibly the girls, because I feel like it was Chris that murdered Shanann, and the girls he couldn't do himself, so Nicole helped out. That's my theory. I'm just wondering what you guys think. But again, let's continue.
Like literally, Shanann lived her life online. You guys all know, probably 4 days after Chris was arrested, Nicole starts Googling stuff about Amber Frey. If you guys don't know who Amber Frey was, or Amber Frey is or was the mistress of Scott Peterson. Scott Peterson is in prison and getting ready to go back to court and all of that stuff. He did get a death sentence for killing his pregnant wife, but she was the mistress. But she really did not know that he was married. I believe Nicole knew it all. Okay, I believe she knew it all. Then she was Googling like about Amber Frey's book deal. Like, who even does that? Who does that? When a woman has just lost her life and like her 3 kids, when the guy that you've been messing with just killed his whole entire family, you're Googling a book deal. That just don't sit right with.
She wanted to make a buck. She wanted to make thousands of dollars by saying, oh yeah, I was in a relationship with Chris Watts, and he did this and that, and then I'm going to write a book, and then I'm going to sell it like Amber Frey. Seriously?
With me. Now, these are the parts that I really, really have a problem with, and this is kind of something that me and one of my best friends disagrees on, okay? A lot of you guys know that before she went in to see the investigators, she deleted all of her text messages between her and Chris, okay? She deleted his contact out of her phone, and she called her best friend who she had been texting back and forth with, and Lord, did y'all see those text messages? Like, it takes a special type of person to be Nicole's friend, in my personal opinion, just from what I know from this situation. But anyways, she calls her best friend and says, can you please delete all the text messages from me to you, you know, about her and Chris and all of that stuff. And so she deletes all the messages. Then she goes in to speak to the investigators. Now, me and one of my best friends were talking about it, and I'm like, why would she do that if she didn't have anything to hide?
Exactly.
My friend said that she would have done the same thing too, just like, oh my gosh, I would. I personally wouldn't. I want to know what you would have done.
I would not.
If I was dating a dude that killed his whole family, baby, I want you, you know what? Here, go through all my texts, go through all my emails.
Exactly.
I want you to see I didn't have nothing to do with this. Like, I'd be wanting to do anything I could to help them and to clear my name, much less deleting all. Like, you guys got to understand, her deleting all those, and I don't understand why she wasn't in trouble for that in some way, somehow. I also don't know the law with.
Again, I looked it up. You can get a 10 to 15 year felony sentence. It's a 6th-degree felony. And you can do 10 to 15 years for deletion of messages, photos, emails in a murder case that you are tied in with. She was tied into it. Okay?
That, the legalities to that. But this was a quadruple homicide case.
Not just one. Not
you know,
two,
you're not deleting text messages between you and your boyfriend because, you know, whatever. But this is a quadruple homicide case and you deleted all your text messages, you were definitely hiding something. We all know she was hiding something, but what was she hiding? Another thing that really rubbed me wrong about it was the fact that she was all up in Shanann's house while she was out of town.
Yep.
Like, we know of 2 times, right? We know of the time that she went to his house. Shanann was out of town. If you guys, I'm sure you guys know. He cooked her lunch or whatever, and then who knows whatever else they did. And then another time, she came there to hang out. I guess they'd watched some TV or something. She was snooping all around because we could tell in the interview she knew all about the house, although she said she didn't go in their bedroom. I don't believe that for a second.
I believe there's a bedroom downstairs in the basement. Chris didn't want to sleep with Nicole in his marital bed that he shared with Shanann. There's a bed downstairs that was roughed up, looking like somebody had slept down there or did some hanky-panky down in that basement. And that bed was roughed up. Sheets were everywhere on the bed. Pillows were everywhere on the bed. That's where I think they were doing their rendezvous at the house.
And then also she said she rode in Shanann's car before. She talked about riding in the white car. Shanann's white lake. So you mean to tell me you were all up in that woman's house looking at pictures, and then if you guys don't know, she actually got into an argument with Chris because she got all upset seeing their happy family together, and she went out in the car and pouted. Y'all, I just can't with this chick. I cannot. Like, you're up in there eating in their house.
That's messed up.
It's me.
The nerve. And then another thing is, she was in the investigators or interrogators office or whatever saying how it wasn't a big deal. It was only 6 weeks, but yet she gave him a key to her apartment or her house. Y'all are only talking for 6 weeks and you're already giving this man a key? Y'all, now that I've given you guys some highlights of things that have brought me to my opinion on what my personal opinion is on this,
mine.
Before I say this, I do want to let you guys know that everything that I've said about Chris before still stands, okay? Just because I'm focusing on Nicole in this video, everything that I've talked about Chris before, I still mean it and I still feel that way. I think she saw Chris at work, thought he was a good-looking dude. She went being nosy, went on social media, saw his and Shanann's social media perfect life that looked so perfect, right? And I think she started flirting with him. She saw that door open up a little bit. I think she was very, very, very insecure. She obviously had bad relationships in the past. She was on dating sites where she got stood up, is what she said. I don't know. She probably did. Anyways, I don't think her previous relations with people was too good, because the things that she was saying about Chris, about, oh, he loves to do this, he loves to do that, no other guy loves to do that. Well, okay, like,
gross.
Anyways, I have my own thoughts and opinions on that. So I think she had never really had like real good relations. So anyway, so she gets with Chris. I think she planned the whole entire thing with him. Like, not the murders, but the relationship with him. And Chris is a weak-minded dude. It's just what he is. Like, he's a passive-aggressive narcissist, whatever he is. I'm starting to think she's a narcissist, too. The more that I research,
I believe that he was the submissive and she was the dominant. She controlled every situation and aspect in this love affair. And she did state pretty much like, it's me or her, and if you don't do anything about it, I'm gone. And he snapped.
About her, I think she pressured him so much. I think that she may have even made jokes. This is just my personal opinion. I think she may have even made jokes or hints, like, if your wife would just, whatever, because there's a reason why she deleted those text messages. There was something in there, and it wasn't just intimate text messages, because we have some of those, or some of those were released, where she was preparing for the back door, you know what I mean? Like, and then all the pictures that they found and the videos that they found on his phone, like, they have that stuff. There was something else she was hiding. Do I think she was involved in the murders? I do not. And let me tell you why. I think only Chris was involved in the murders because of the way he did it. He was so stupid. Like, no offense or anything. Like,
that's true.
The whole entire thing he shouldn't have done, but like, he buried his wife in like a shallow grave and just like threw some dirt on top of her and put his baby, you guys know, like, I think if there would have been two thought patterns, you know, two heads, two people thinking about it, I think it would have been a little bit more professional versus the way he did it, like, or the way that he come back home.
They're both
and,
stupid.
you know, gave those interviews. Like, I just don't think she had anything to do with it. Do I think she pressured him? Yes. Do I think she knew he was married? Yes. Do I think she knew Shanann was pregnant? I do.
Yes.
I do think she knew Shanann was pregnant. But I also think she was trying to act, this is my personal opinion, I think she was probably trying to act like she was all hard and had it together, and she was probably snooping and found out that she was pregnant but could not talk to him about it yet. And I don't know, you guys. I think that could have been also why she told him she wanted to have his first boy. I think she was fishing with him if Shanann was pregnant with a boy. I don't know, you guys. Those are my opinions. But I know one thing. She's hiding a lot that we don't know. And I know a lot of people are like, why do we keep talking about this? And we keep talking about a lot of cases, right? We keep talking about JonBenet Ramsey. We keep talking about a lot of cases. So I don't think this is going anywhere. No, I don't know if we're ever going to know the truth because Chris lies so much and Nicole lies so much, you guys. If you heard the interviews, how did, like, I guess it's not a real big deal because if she was not involved in the murders or she did not know about the murders, and there was no reason for the investigators to, like, really dig deeper or pry with her. But at the same time, I feel like they should have. Yep. I feel like that was his mistress. Yes. I feel like they should have. I also think that it's weird that Chris said in his letters from Christopher that she was into some dark things that he would never speak of. What were those dark things? Exactly. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I don't think she was involved in the actual murders, but I definitely think she did a lot more than what we know. What do y'all think? Have you guys watched, by the way, the unmasking of Nicole Kessinger? I think that's what it's called. It's from, I'll leave the videos down below. There's a YouTube channel that did it. A lot of you guys were sending those videos to me. That group of people did a really good job. So I will leave them linked down below too. And you guys can go and watch that playlist. And yeah, so that is my opinions on Nicole Kessinger. What do you guys think? Also, what do you guys think about the guy that came forward and said he had a relationship with Chris Watts?
I think this guy came forward because Nicole was trying to get the stuff off of her. I don't see Chris being switching sides. I call BS with that. Nicole wanted the spotlight off of her and put onto him. I call that BS on that one.
Do you think that was true or not?
No.
I mean, it's been debunked in some cases, but then there's other cases that say some things do match up. What do y'all think? I want to know what you guys think.
I don't think so.
As always, my loves, please do not forget to like this video.
Do it.
It's a free way that you can help your girl out. And until next time, I love you guys so, so, so very much. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye. Love you guys. Bye.
We're definitely going to see another one of her videos because she definitely is very thorough. I think she's very into the cases. She's not looking to be disrespectful. She hits all the points. That's why I'm definitely going to continue watching her stuff as well. I've wanted to watch the unmasking of Nicole Kessinger. There's 8 videos. And they're very long and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you guys want me to watch them, let me know down in the comments. But again, on the comment of victim or villain, do you think Nicole Kessinger played or is a victim in these murders? When I call BS, because the victims are the ones that unfortunately had been murdered. I believe she's a villain. She's not the main villain, which is Chris. She's a secondary villain or the puppeteer. She's the one that controlled Chris into being, I mean, she could be technically the main villain. She made Chris, I mean, she didn't put a gun to his head saying, you better do this, but she put the ultimatums of, if you don't do this, we're done. You're not going to get me. He was so in love with her that I think he was willing to do anything. And then the only thing that I differ from Christina is that I do believe that because if I'm not saying myself, if I was the murderer or whatever, because I don't want to put myself in that position, because I would never do that. Wouldn't you put all of your family together? Why would you put your wife out in the dirt, and then your daughter's in an oil tank. That's where I think that Nicole was like, you know what? I'm not putting them over there next to your wife. I'm going to drop them in the oil tanks. She's the one that put them in there. That's just what I think, because her phone pinged at their house that morning, the only time ever. The only time that morning. That is so suspicious. Her truck was gray. They said that they saw her truck the night before the murders. It never left. Okay? His truck was brown. There's so many things, like she said, that are unanswered. We may never find the answers, but like this case is going to continue going on forever. There's cases that have never been quiet. This is one of the big ones that is never going to go away. Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie? That one still continues to this day. True crime has tons of it. It's a cold case. I think they need to reinvestigate her, hook her up to a lie detector test, ask her these questions, and figure out, 10 to 15 years just on deleting messages and emails and stuff like that. She should be doing time. That's just my partake. Again, comment your guys' thoughts down below. Victim or villain? How deep do you think she was involved in these murders? If she was even in the murders, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe for more content, because we're not done with this. We're going to continue. I want to see how far this rabbit hole goes. A lot of you guys want me to continue doing this, and I'm going to do that because we need to find answers, and hopefully we will find them someday. And then don't forget to like the video, because that helps me know that you guys enjoy the content, you guys want to continue the content, and just overall helps your man out, or your boy. And we'll see you guys in the next one. So keep it real, keep it safe, and as always, keep nerding on, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.